Hi students, welcome to today's class. I hope all of you are fine and safe. Today we are starting a new chapter, chapter 8, Towards a New Kerala Society. In chapter 4, India Towards a New Era, we discussed the evil customs and practices that existed in other parts of India and the social reform movements that were organized to eradicate them. During the same period, several social reform movements were formed in Kerala as well. Let us have a look at the leaders of such movements and their activities in this chapter. Let's start this chapter with a description from the textbook. Manifold are the manifestations of caste. There are untouchables and unapproachables. Those whose sight itself is damnation, and those who do not mix in marriage or even in eating food. These are the lines from Kumaranashan's Duravastha. From these lines, we can understand the social condition of the then Kerala. The evil practices like caste discrimination, child marriage, untouchability, etc. existed in the Kerala society in the past. Many social evils like the denial of equal opportunity and exploitation prevailed in Kerala due to rigid caste hierarchy. Discrimination was apparent in clothing, occupation, dwellings, language, and even names. Women were denied equal opportunities. It is this social condition that prompted Swami Vivekananda to describe Kerala as a lunatic asylum. Wills to resist untouchability. Vaikunta Swamigal was one of the earliest social reformers in Kerala. He was born at Shastamkovil in Kanyakumari. During that period, the Avarnas, so-called lower caste people, were prohibited from drawing water from the wells used by the Savarnas, so-called upper caste people. Vaikunta Swamigal challenged this social abuse by digging wells which were free for use by everyone irrespective of caste. He also began the practice of interdining, Samapandi Bhojana, where people collected and cooked rice, cereals, and vegetables and dined together irrespective of their caste. He also raised voice against the evil customs of preventing women of the so-called lower caste from wearing upper cloth, protested against the prohibition on temple entry, formed Samatva Samajam, an organization for carrying out social reforms. The activities of Swamigal inspired the Channa revolt, otherwise known as Upper Cloth Mutiny, that fought for the right of the Channa women to wear upper clothes and knee-length garments. His stance, one should get wages for work, also influenced the people. He expressed his contempt towards the British government by referring to it as Ven-Nija Bharanam, the rule of white devils. Knowledge and wealth. Chattambi Swamigal was a philanthropist who worked for the benefit and well-being of human society irrespective of caste and creed. He was born at Kannamula in Thiruvananthapuram. He argued for the temple entry of the depressed classes and their freedom of movement. He interdined with the depressed classes and worked for their social progress. He opposed the Brahminic domination that existed in the society and cooperated with all sections of society in the activities for social reformation. He had in-depth knowledge in Vedas and Upanishads. The important works of Chattambi Swamikal are Vedadikara Nirupanam and Prachina Malayalam. He believed that human progress is possible only by acquiring knowledge and wealth. His perspectives were beyond caste and religion. His samadhi was at Panmana in Kollam district. So students, today we discussed about the contributions of Vaikunta Swamikal and Chattambi Swamikal for the social reformation of Kerala society. Students, I hope all of you understood about today's topic. We'll meet you in the next class with the continuation of this chapter. Thank you.